Hello guys, welcome to another video, and if you're wondering why it still says July 5th, even though I said tomorrow I would post, I think because when I was posting that other video, July 4th actually passed like a few minutes after I had hopped onto my computer and started to make the video. So pretty much when I posted it, it made July 5th. But when I was actually recording the poem or whatever script, it was actually July 4th. So just so you don't get confused. But anyways, today is, let's see, Megaguirus versus King Ceasar. Or King Ceasar. Whatever you want to pronounce it, I don't know. I'm doing King Ceasar because I like it. You know it's pronounced King Caesar. I'm just gonna do that. Anyways, so hold on. Where's my script? Here it is. Okay. All right. Let the battle begin, shall we? All right. It's a bright day or bright summer in the middle of Monster Island. There are a bunch of mountains around, and there's a force field barrier preventing kaiju from getting out. Long ago, in an ancient city, there was a monster named King Ceasar that would protect them from dangerous threats, such as other kaiju that existed years ago, like Dagon, which he almost died to, but managed to scare it away. The people were celebrated. But the people who celebrated Dagon were not happy. And that was just a few days before Muto Prime would also inject ovipositors into their Dagon, in which that's when they surrendered to the people that served King Ceasar. These mountains are very quiet because the people who visit this island have to be very quiet and careful due to kaiju and unknown radiation. So you must bring some extra equipment. But it became illegal when this day happened. One day a hiker was going up a mountain and he was not being very quiet. He kept rambling to himself, talking about how his wife divorced him and that his son has cancer, and all these shenanigans, which he didn't expect. That why the reason they tell you to be quiet is to not wake up the believed god of King Ceasar. He heard a roar. Confused, he thought he was just his mind, but then when another roar comes and he hears a mountain breaking open, he quickly flees, but it's too late. He gets crushed by a boulder coming from the mountain that was being ripped open by King Ceasar. King Ceasar awakened and furious, not knowing what woke him up, but he did get a signal. Over at Tokyo, Godzilla had to flee from Megaguirus because Megaguirus had taken so much of his blood. Godzilla had retreated, and King Ceasar, imagining that Megaguirus must have been the one who woke him up. So then King Ceasar rips through the towers desperately to get through the shields, and he even grabs one of the towers and rips the top off, which manages to actually put down the force field barrier. And if you're wondering how hikers must get into this island, they have to go through a special gateway to get here. So that's in case you're wondering. But anyways, King Ceasar gets through the barrier and starts swimming off. King Ceasar is not very used to being in water, considering he's been in a mountain for thousands of years. But anyway, King Ceasar is approaching Tokyo. And when everybody was, while construction was happening, trying and firearm being shot, that only drawed King Ceasar to Tokyo, getting closer and closer to Megaguirus. While Megaguirus is destroying the city, he quickly stops and moves his neck at super fast speeds to look over to King Ceasar. His wings are flapping at almost light speed, some people described. And Megaguirus turned his body quickly and roared at King Ceasar. King Ceasar roared back as he slowly stepped over the beaches of Tokyo. When he approached, he then roared to the air and was ready to fight. He was not expecting Megaguirus to go so fast and slash him with Megaguirus' tail. King Ceasar falls to the ground and knows that this kaiju was not going easy on him. Megaguirus quickly roars and snaps its claws quickly, as if this thing was an annoying bug as it was. It was a lot worse than any Muto this King Ceasar would ever hear of. Not that it was a Muto, but it's worse than a Muto. King Ceasar, when the Megaguirus tries to slash him with his tail again, King Ceasar grabs Megaguirus by the tail and swings him around until the end of Megaguirus' tail snaps off and sends him flying into a building. He smashed into a building and it explodes. While King Ceasar thought victory was his, he was surprised when he gets pinched and dragged by both arms as Megaguirus uses his claws to hold King Ceasar by the hand and drag him across the ground. King Ceasar tries to resist, but he's quickly flown up into the air. When Megaguirus bites on his neck, he manages to kick the creature in the stomach, making him fall to the ground as he smashes into a building, almost being impaled by a building with the spike on top of it. King Ceasar knows this creature will be a tough one. King Ceasar, who is his 2009 counterpart, he decides to show some dominance. He shoots his laser eye beams that he picked up from Mechagodzilla a long time ago and shoots it at Megaguirus. Megaguirus catches on fire for a few seconds and is extremely injured, but can still fight pretty good. When Megaguirus roars for some and snaps his claws while raising them in the air, then King Ceasar noticed something strange. Thousands of little-looking Megaguirus looking like insects begin to swarm him. They start sucking on his blood. They're taking over his entire body as they swarm him, almost leaving him completely covered in these things. He rips a few of them off with his hands, but they're still sucking on his blood. Then he had an idea. He quickly got to the water. Megaguirus had pushed him down, but Megaguirus had made a mistake. King Ceasar had fell into the water, thanks to Megaguirus' help, and all the creatures quickly drowned and fled, and some of them fled back to where they came from. After King Ceasar ripped a few more of them off, they were all off him. King Ceasar punches Megaguirus in the face, but quickly gets pinched in the hand by Megaguirus. But then he punches Megaguirus in the face, making him let go of King Ceasar. and then quickly grabs Megaguirus and then tosses him into a building. Megaguirus then has one more trick up its sleeve. Since it couldn't use its tail to reflect the beams, it would have to use its mouth. This would be the first time Megaguirus could do this in a while, so it would be new for him. But all he can see is time ticking down. So Megaguirus, when King Ceasar shot his lasers at her, she shot the same lasers back at him with her mouth, like an atomic breath, which leaves burn marks on King Ceasar. King Caesar's ears flip high in the air, furious, charging a body slam into Megaguirus. Megaguirus gets body slammed, or should I say, shoved aggressively, and is on the floor. And King Ceasar saw that there was buildings still on fire, so he grabs Megaguirus and shoves them in the fire. But Megaguirus is unaffected due to his fireproof armor that had evolved quickly after Godzilla blasted him in the center back with atomic breath. King Ceasar had burned his hand in the process. Now left with only a finger and a burned finger that had a bone sticking out, he decided that this creature would be too much for him. As he tries to retreat, he gets bitten in the shoulder. He quickly tries to reach for Megaguirus, but he can't, because Megaguirus keeps tossing around. When Megaguirus lets go, King Ceasar finally grabs Megaguirus by the head and stomps on its chest, and then tries to rip out Megaguirus' head, and successfully does so. Megaguirus was decapitated, spine coming out of the head. King Ceasar raised the head in the air and roared in victory. He slammed the head into the ground, smashing it into pieces, and leaving to retire back to the mountains. Alright, that was kind of pretty dark. This is an interesting story. So